Hey everybody, how we all doing? Let me just get the chat back here. Hey, how are we all? Let's see who we've got here. I've got the lovely Zane from Tarot Token Witchery. I've got Sarah from SL Wyman's Rock and Writing. And I know, Sarah, you've said that you're only going to be here for a bit during your lunch break. Hope work's going okay. And thank you very much for popping in, for being here. Got Laurie Kramer? Oh, anyway, got Laurie here. Hi Laurie, how are you? Um, Let's see, I've got Debbie from Aquarius Owl. Sarah's saying it's been a long week. Yeah, I know the feeling. Kristen's here. Hi, Kristen. How are you? Deanne from Blue Crescent Tarot. Hi, Deanne. Um, it's great to see you too, Kristen. Um, and Bailey back. Young Christopher. Do you know, I did a double take there. I was like, but yeah, Chris is here. Hi, Chris. How are you? How lovely to see you here. Maria. Hi, Maria. I'm just seeing everyone as they pop in now. I see there's been an issue with the notifications going out on YouTube lately. Hi, Robin. Uh, yeah, like people don't seem to be getting their notifications these days, do they? And the only advantage is, is sorry, I don't know what's happening. I'm a wee bit tired today. The only advantage is I can actually keep up with the chat, at least at the start anyway. Justin Michael is here. Hi, young Justin. Says his favourite Chris is here. Your favourite Chris is always here, Justin. Thank you very much. Woven Pixel, hello. How are you? I won't say which one. Well, I think it's quite clear since you've only announced that now that Chris Yow's here. Chris Y is the Boo Radley of the tarot community. You know he's around, but you never seem to see him. uh, Claire, hi Claire, how you doing? Yeah, so what's everybody's chat? I don't really have terribly much to, to chat about. To be honest, I don't have an agenda. I do want to on Monday, on the 17th. It's International Day Against Homophobia, Biphobia, and Transphobia, and I just wanted to kind of raise awareness for that. And I actually thought I found a wee quiz that we could do together if you want. So it's the Ida Hobbit quiz. So yeah, if you fancy a wee quiz, we could do that. Robin says just in time. Lunch just arrived. Dinner theatre with Chris Kelly. Absolutely, that's pretty good. What are you having for lunch, Robin? If it's just arrived, have you got takeout? We all want to know what you're eating. Yep. See, there's Kristen. She says what you eating. Sarah just eating some carne asada. Carne asada. Should I know what that is? Justin says, let's talk about sevens. Oh, look, there's trouble. Hi, Regina. How are you? And sorry, I didn't say Grey Hayes is here. Hi, Grey Hayes. Is it Greg, if I remembered that right, or am I mixing you up with somebody else? Sorry if I'm mixing you up, but I think it's Greg. You can let me know either way. Meet something rather. Shout out for Fibro Awareness Month also. Oh, for Fibromyalgia Awareness Month. Right, okay. Yep, absolutely. Carne asada is steak tacos. Ooh, very nice. Robin has got a Subway veggie patty with veggies and sauces on toasted Italian herb and cheese bread. That sounds lovely, Robin. Are you vegetarian or vegan or anything, Robin? Or do you just happen to have um, a wee veggie sub today? Greg is giving me the thumbs up, so that is Greg. That's good. I'm glad. I like to remember people's names where I can. So yeah, let me know if you want to do this quiz. There's only 20 questions, so it's not going to last forever. but it's like a wee multiple choice quiz, and I'll go through and fill it. I don't know the answers, but it tells you right away if you're correct or wrong or what. So we can do it together, but give me a like do lots of thumbs ups in the chat or something. If you want to do the quiz and we can go through it, or if you can't be bothered, if you just want to talk shit like usual, then I'm happy to do that. I'm quite proficient at doing that, as you know. Debbie says Subway Italian herb bread is so good. It is, isn't it? I actually like all Subway's breads. They're all lovely. I like their kind of brown breads. No, not vegetarian, though I'd like to be. Just a change of pace today. Well, fair enough. What else? What other chat have we got? Regina says she's doing good so far today. I feel so there's an echo in here. It's really off-putting. But I've not changed in and about the room, so there shouldn't be. I'm glad to hear you're doing good, Regina. There's Jackie. Hi, Jackie. How are you? Saying all her hellos. Chris has given me a wee thumbs up. So far, I think it's just Chris that wants to do the Ida Hobbit quiz. So, we don't need to bother. I don't want to bore you all. I just thought it'd be something something fun, something a wee bit different to do. And you obviously I'll read out the questions and the four potential answers, and you could let me know what you think the answer is. But yeah. Anyway, what are we all drinking? Have we all got a cup of tea or coffee or something? Oh, Kristen fancies the quiz. So give me a thumbs up emoji, or like say yes, I want to do the quiz or something if you want to do the quiz. Jackie's a yes, Kristen's a yes, young Christopher is a yes. Robin is drinking Coca-Cola. Woven Pixels, a thumbs up. I have an aha, says Kristen. Is that what you're drinking? Greg says thumb. Right, okay. Cool. Robin, you live on the second greatest city in the world for food. I'm disappointed. Justin, stop judging the poor lad. Let him have his Subway. Let him just enjoy his Subway. Zane's a thumbs up as well. Deanne's up for whatever. Just finished work, so I couldn't respond. That's okay. How are you doing anyway? How has work been? I don't think I've messaged you today, Deanne, have I? I hope you're doing okay. Jackie's got diet cream soda. Very nice. Woven Pixel is drinking ginger ale. Laurie's giving me a wee thumbs up, and Regina has got coffee. Just a judging bitch. Right, okay, so question number 1. We'll just do these quite informally. We'll do them and we'll chat at the same time. Question number 1. What year was homosexuality decriminalised in Victoria? Was it A, 1975? Was it B, 1988? Was it C, 1981? Or was it D, 1979? So homosexuality decriminalised in Victoria, was it 75, 88, 81 or 79? So Justin's guessing 69, which wasn't one of the options, Justin. That wasn't one of the options that I gave you, pal. I think you mean 79. So Justin's now saying 81. Debbie's saying 88. Who else? Regina's saying 81. 81's popular. Chris is saying S. S. If he's going to just try and confuse me, then we're no playing. Jackie says 81, right? I think 81's the most popular, isn't it? In Victoria, Robin. I don't know if that's UK or not. Correct. So it was 1981. Next year marks the 40th anniversary of the decriminalisation of homosexuality in Victoria. Midsummer is planning a huge celebration in the streets near campus. Let's see. I think it was just male homosexuality that was illegal. I'm pretty sure for females it was. Let's see. Sorry, I'm looking this up. LGBT rights in Victoria. Oh, it's in Australia. So it's always been legal for women, and it's been legal for men since 1981. Wait, is this all going to be Australia? No. Okay, so which British singer-songwriter came out in 2017 as being non-binary and genderqueer and is using they, them pronouns? Was it A. Sinead O'Connor, B. Sam Smith, C. Dido, or D. Lily Allen? Sorry, I'm saying Ida Hobbit, so International Day Against Homophobia, Biphobia, and Transphobia. Sam Smith, B. Sam Smith. Yeah, I think that's right as well. Justin says during the worst years of the AIDS crisis. I think that was for the first question. Justin says she's going to suck at this. Right, okay, I think we're going Sam Smith for this one, aren't we? So yeah, correct. Sam is quoted as saying, "I feel just as much a woman as I am a man. And after a lifetime of being at war with my gender, I've decided to embrace myself for who for who I am inside and out." Okay, so it was B. Sam Smith. Neem, hi Neem, how are you? Neem says, my company just had another diversity and inclusion seminar yesterday. Deepen your understanding of the LGBTQA plus community. Yeah, I think mine's just doing the same thing on Monday, Neem, for Ida Hobbit. I'm not going to keep saying International Day Against Homophobia, Biphobia, and Transphobia, but Ida Hobbit. That's what I mean when I say that. We've got lovely Jonathan's here. How are you, Jonathan? Sarah's lunch is over, so I have to go, but have a lovely day, everyone. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. I hope it goes in quick, Sarah. I mean, learned so much in 2 hours. That's pretty cool. Okay, next question. Which queer artist had their debut single hit at #1 on the Billboard charts for a record-breaking 19 consecutive weeks? Was it, I don't think I've heard of any of these. Was it Lil Nas X? Little Nas X? Was it Frank Ocean? Was it Orville Peck or Tyler the Creator? So which queer artist had their debut single hit at #1 on the Billboard charts for a record-breaking 19 consecutive weeks? Little Nas X, Frank Ocean, Orville Peck, or Tyler the Creator? Right, okay. Everyone's saying Little Nas X. I have no clue who these people are. Yeah, me neither, Kristen. I don't know them either. Everyone seems to be saying Little Nas X, though. Greg says, who? No fucking idea. Yeah, me neither. Good, Chris. I'm glad I'm not the only one. So correct, it was Little Nas X. Yes, I'm talking about Old Town Road. It says. There's Mr. Richard himself, the birthday boy, +1. How are you doing, Richard? Are you all right? Is it +1? Was it yesterday your birthday, or was it the day before? It was yesterday, because it was the day that I was in town, which was yesterday. So yeah, happy birthday to Richard. It was. Cool. And Debbie says, so Lil Nas X is a country rap artist. Cool. Question number 4. Who is known as the mother of pride? I think I would have known this without even the answers. So is it Sylvia Rivera? Is it Brenda Howard? Is it Stormy Lavery? Oh my God. Stormy DeLavery? That's terrible. Or is it Marsha P. Johnson? So Sylvia Rivera, Brenda Howard, Stormy DeLavery, or Marsha P. Johnson. So for those of you that are just kind of coming in, I've found a wee Ida Hobbit quiz online, and I thought it'd be fun to go through it. Since I'm not going to be live on Monday on Ida Hobbit. Yeah, so Marsha P. Johnson, Marsha. Jackie says D. Yeah, I think he's right. That's what I would have said. Oh, actually incorrect. Oh, there you go then. It's not Marsha P. Johnson. So incorrect. Brenda Howard was a bisexual activist who, among other things, is widely credited as having created the first Pride Parade. The other 3 women were all present at the Stonewall riots, with Stormy DeLavery claiming that she threw the first punch. And they are all strong activists and advocates for the community. So it was Brenda Howard, it wasn't MPJ. There you go. Learn something new every day, don't you? Well, Ida Hobbit's only in the UK, Justin. Yeah, I know. I'm saying Ida Hobbit because it's IDA, International Day Against, and then homophobia, biphobia, and transphobia. HOBIT, Hobbit. That's what I'm saying. Am I pronouncing it wrong, or am I just not supposed to say Ida Hobbit? Um, I have to shop around and see if I can find it. I was hoping Book Depository had it. All right, okay, you're not talking about the same thing as me. Oh, you had me looking at the Sheridan Douglas deck, right? Sorry. I thought you were talking about Ida Hobbit, the day that we're all talking about. Jackie thought I said, yeah, that is Ida Hobbit. That's what I'm saying. Because it's spelled. Oh, I'm going to write it in the chat. Ida Hobbit. That's that. That's what it. That's what it is. I think I'll just take the piss out of it. Right. Next question. What profession did James Barry, a trans? What profession did James Barry, a trans man who lived from 1789 to 1865, hold? Was he a musician, a chef, a pirate, or a doctor? So Regina's saying pirate. You're all talking about hobbits now. Pirate. Robin's saying wrote Peter Pan. Debbie's saying C. Robin thinks doctor. Okay, so we've got 1, 2. We've got 2 for pirate. Robin thinks a doctor. Jackie thinks C. So we've got 3 for pirate. Does anybody else have any? Greg says pirate. Everyone loves a sailor, right? We're going for pirate. Nope. So Barry had a military surgeon. Barry had been a military surgeon, and an excellent one at that. He was outed following his death. So there you go. We should have listened to Robin. Danielle says, hi all, is Chris not showing up yet? It says live, but I don't see or hear anything. I think you maybe need to refresh, Danielle, but you obviously can't hear me. Oh, Neem saying, hey, Justin, soon to be parent of twins. Debbie says, I did meet a British sailor once and then a winking face. Slag. Nah, I'm only joking. There we go. I the Hobbit, you the Hobbit, we all the Hobbit, but Justin the Go. That actually made me laugh. Right. Which of these was not written by a known LGBTIQ plus author? The Well of Loneliness, Dracula, The Picture of Dorian Gray, Orlando. So Woven Pixel's got to go do taxes and other boring adult things. That's a shame. So Kristen's saying Dracula, Bram Stoker. Dracula, Dracula, Dracula. Robin's saying they all were. Well, couldn't have been because the question is which was not written by a known LGBT plus. I figured it out, thanks. No worries. Zane is saying Dorian Gray. Greg is doing a wee bat, which I take it means Dracula. Bye, Woven Pixel. Enjoy the rest of your day. Was Wolf LGBTQ, says Chris. Pretty sure Stoker wasn't. Right. I think a few people have said Dracula. Will we go with that then? Yep, it was Dracula. Orlando is written by Virginia Woolf. The Picture of Dorian Gray is by Oscar Wilde, and The Well of Loneliness by Radcliffe Hall. And Dracula by a probable heterosexual Bram Stoker. Oh, this is a true-false question. Wings, the first film to win the Academy Award for Best Picture, was also the first film to depict a female-to-female kiss. Is this true or false? So Wings was the first film to depict a female-female kiss. True or false? There's Mendy. Hi, Mendy. Says, hi, Chris and everyone. Sorry I'm late, but ... kids. No worries. Are you doing okay? We're doing a wee quiz, Mendy, for, I'm going to have to explain it again, I the Hobbit, which is International Day Against Homophobia, Biphobia and Transphobia. But everyone keeps taking the piss out of me and saying I'm a Hobbit. But I'm not. I'm 6'3". I'm quite far from a Hobbit. So true or false, guys? Wings was the first film to depict a female-to-female kiss. Is that true or false? So Regina doesn't know, not seen it yet. Me neither. People are saying Wings, but I mean that the answers are true or false. Regina says false. Just a guess. Jonathan says tallest hobbit ever. Yeah, yeah, I think I probably would be. Wings as in wings that you fly with. Wasn't Wings a silent film? Says Robin. Kristen says true. Jackie says false. So we've got 2 for false and 1 for true. So the film Wings, 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 was the first film to depict a female-to-female kiss. Kristen says, yes, it was silent. Right, I think we've got 2 for false and 1 for true, so I'm just going to go false for this one and see. Correct. It was, however, the first film to depict a male-to-male kiss. So it wasn't. Ah, there you go, Robin. Robin just said it. I thought 2 guys kissed in Wings. Yeah, you're right. And it was the first film to depict 2 guys kissing. There you go. What brand of cars marketed heavily to lesbians in the 90s? Mitsubishi, Subaru, Volkswagen, or BMW? Am I saying that right? Subaru? I don't think that's a make of car that I've heard of before. Deanne's guessing Subaru. Oh, right, okay, quite a lot of people saying Subaru. Am I saying that right, guys? Subaru? You're all guessing Subaru, right? Let's go with that one. Correct. He kind of tripped and fell into marketing to lesbians, but it was once they found out who their clientele were, they ran with it. There you go. Subaru, says Jackie. Oh, Subaru, says Kristen. Nobody correct him. I like his pronunciation better, says Mindy. These are all troublemakers tonight. Subaru must have because they all had one, says Chris. Right. Who is the most famous bushranger? Is it Jed Monroe, Captain Midnight, Captain Flintock, or Captain Moonlight? Who's the most famous gay bushranger? Jed Monroe, Captain Midnight, Captain Flintock, or Captain Moonlight? A, B, C, or D? All vote now. Jackie says poor wee Chris. Bushranger sounds like a fun job, says saying Jackie says A, Jed Monroe. Jonathan says Captain Midnight. Regina says Captain Flintock. Greg thinks it sounds like a rude question. I don't know any of these. I'm just going to sit here and listen, says Kristen. Well, we've got one for pretty much each of them so far. No clue really, says Jackie. Okay, well, I'll just pick one then. So, what is it between Flintock and Midnight? I'll go with Jonathan. Let's see. Midnight. Incorrect. Captain Moonlight, also known as Andrew George Scott, lived from 1842 to 1880 and had a very interesting life. I highly recommend reading up on him, brackets, though it can be hard to find sources that are willing to admit that he was gay, close brackets. There you go. So he was quite young when he died then, wasn't he? So he was only like 38. There you go. Who or what were these people? I have no idea what he's talking about, says Mendy. I don't know, bushrangers. It's just a quiz. Which of the following is not an old-fashioned euphemism for being gay? Mary, a friend of Dorothy, marshmallow, Uranian. I think it's probably marshmallow. But that's just a guess. I'm just, because I'm no friend of Dorothy is one. Pretty sure Mary is. And Uranian, I'm just thinking because the planet Uranus, and well, Chris is saying S again. What do you mean by S? What is it that you're Oh, you mean to type? Oh, could be A or D. D, right, D. Oh, so D you think is not? Right, okay. D. Greg says C or D. Dirty mind, boys, says Chris. Never heard the last one, says Robin. Right, okay, so maybe it is Uranian. It isn't Mary, meaning a virgin, says Deanne. D. Right, okay, I think we're mostly going for D here, so let's go with that. Oh no, incorrect. There have been a lot of great words used by the LGBTIQ plus community to identify ourselves throughout history, but to my knowledge, marshmallow is not one of them. There you go. I was right. Uranian, Robin, as in, like, if you imagine the planet Uranus, if you were saying someone was from Uranus, you might say they were Uranian. Um, Chris is saying hi to all that I've missed. I was driving, just parked at Big Lagoon. That's exciting. Maybe Mary is a multi-purpose dig. How old is the word homosexual? How old is the word homosexual? Is it around 300 years old, 250, 200, or 150 years old? Chris, 30 mind wins. True. So exciting, Mendy. What did Mendy say? Hmm. What did Mendy say? Am I just not seeing it? Robin says 150. Regina says 150. Chris says Greek. Uh, Chris says 1,000. Chris says 150. And Chris says 3 billion. Mendy said the Zany Tarot came today. Oh, right. I didn't. I can't see your message saying that, Mendy. That's not showing up for me. Oh, wait, it did. It did. I can see it now. And it's got 3 big red hearts after it as well. I don't know how I managed to miss it. Sorry. Oh, thanks, Jonathan. Fun fact, I guess, says Deanne. What did you say? I've heard so many gay guys call each other Mary. Hey, Mary, how you doing? Um, Regina says, I've just noticed that I'm blue. I have the power. Right, I think most people said 150, didn't they? That was the only 150. Correct. The first known public appearance of the term homosexual in print is found in an 1869 German pamphlet advocating the repeal of Prussia's sodomy laws. It was first used in print in English in 1892. There you go. Um, oh sorry, have you had the chance to give it a shuffle and pull some cards, Mendy? Asks Zane. We're on question 12 out of 20, by the way, guys, so this does have an end point. I hope that you are enjoying this and that this isn't boring. Um, the word lesbian is derived from the home of which Greek poet? Is it Sappho, Carina, Gnosis, or Irina? Sappho, Carina, Gnosis, or Irina? Chris says, me too, Regina. It's Thor time. I'm hammering everyone. I wouldn't have thought it was even that old, says Robin. Mendy says, just flip through, we'll shuffle it. Sorry, I will shuffle and pull cards tonight. Robin says, press on, Schoolmaster. So Sappho, 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 Sappho. A for Sappho, Sappho. Right, okay, that's quite clear then. Yep, Sappho lived on the Isle of Lesbos around 600 BC and wrote passionate poems about her love for women. Cool. Prussian sodomy laws. I thought I was watching jam making with the Catholic Women's Guild, says Greg. Question 13. In 1979, in Sweden, a number of people called into work that they were sick with a case of homosexuality in protest of homosexuality being classified as an illness. Is that true or false? So 1979 in Sweden, a number of people called in sick at work with a case of homosexuality in protest of it being classified as an illness. True or false? I hope it's true. Debbie's guessing true or knows true. Regina, true. The whole point in this, by the way, the whole point in Ida Hobbit is to kind of raise awareness of, LGBTQ plus rights violations that have happened over time. And I suppose it lets us be thankful for what we've got just now. But it also kind of lets us kind of think about what ways we've still got to go and stuff. True. Robin says guessing false. I hope it's true too, says Mendy. Going to say true. Laurie says true. Chris says Lesbos equals lesbian. The ladies had a whole island. Where's the gay beach? Chris, are you like behind? Are you like maybe 5 minutes behind or something? A couple of minutes behind? Greg says true as well. Right, so we're going for true. And it's true. Homosexuality was listed in the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders until 1973. Trans and intersex people continue to be heavily medicalised to this day. Chris says we have one here in Pensacola, actually. Oh, you just typed slow, right? Okay, no worries. Which was the first country to legalise same-sex marriage? Was it Belgium, Spain, Canada, or the Netherlands? I want to guess the Netherlands, but I don't think I actually know that. I think that's just a guess. Thank you, Jackie. So, first country to legalise same-sex marriage, was it Belgium, Spain, Canada, or the Netherlands? Justin says Netherlands for sure. Greg says Netherlands, best guess too. Robin, Netherlands, I thought it was Denmark. Regina says Belgium. Jackie says Netherlands as well. I don't know if I'm influencing you by saying I'm guessing Netherlands, but let's see. Yeah, Netherlands, correct. They legalised same-sex marriage on the 1st of April 2001. I should probably give you the link to this quiz, shouldn't I? Like, at least just... Oops. I'm not going to mess with that just now. But I'll put the link in. Remind me after the quiz is done, just so that I'm kind of paying due credit to the site that's got this. How many colours did the rainbow flag originally have? Was it 7, 6, 5, or 8? How many colours did the rainbow flag originally have? 7, 6, 5, or 8? I mean, I would like to guess that it's always been 7. Like, why would you call it the rainbow flag if it didn't have all 7 colours of the rainbow? But yeah, Jackie's, I think, thinking the same lines as me, 7. Robin thinks 5. Regina says 7. Oh, this is getting confusing because now my StreamYard chat is faster. Chris says they can't drive, so they'd have to hitch a ride. Debbie says they added colours recently. Is that the for the Black Lives Matter, the kind of triangle at the side? Of course. So yeah, 7. It was originally 7, and now they've added more. Yeah, that is it, isn't it? 7. Kristen says 8. I think we'll guess 7 and see what happens. Incorrect. The original colours were hot pink, red, orange, yellow, green, turquoise, indigo, and violet, and each had a particular meaning. So it's 8. Kristen was spot on right. There you go. We should all listen to Kristen more. Yeah, Robin says Roy G. Biv would be 7. Deanne says LGBTQIQ plus. Oh, thank you, Deanne. You're a wee star. Right, question 16. The LGBTIQ plus bookshop located near to the ACU campus is called. Wait, what's the ACU? I'm just going to Google that. Does anybody know ACU campus? It seems to be another a university in Australia. Is it Australia something university? Australian Catholic University. There you go. Anyway, the LGBTIQ plus bookshop located near to the ACU campus is called. Is it 10% Books, Toads and Tigers, Hares and Hyenas, or Out Books? I hope it's Out Books. Kristen says that is the first one I got right, so don't listen to me. 10% Books, Toads and Tigers, Hares and Hyenas, or Out Books? What do we think? Whilst you are thinking, I'm going to change my banner to what it should say. Edit. Okay. Robin says D, Out Books. Greg's going for 2, Toads and Tigers. I don't understand what the question is even saying. So there's an LGBTQIA plus bookshop that's located near the Australian Catholic University campus. What is it called? So the bookshop is called. Is it called 10% Books? Is it called Toads and Tigers? Is it Hares and Hyenas? Or is it Out Books? I think it'll be Out Books. That would be my guess. So Robin's guessing Outbook. Well, Robin's saying Outbooks question mark. Regina's saying Outbooks. Greg thinks Toads and Tigers. A or D, but I'm guessing D, says Robin. Chris is saying 10%. Jackie D. Let's try for Outbooks and see if that's the answer. No. If you haven't been to visit Hares and Hyenas, so I think that's the only one that no one guessed. Hares and Hyenas. Then get down there. They're super friendly and they host all kinds of awesome events. If you live near campus, right now they're offering book delivery by bicycle. There you go. So if Hen or Masha or any of our friends over in Australia are kicking about or are watching this back, then Hares and Hyenas. Kristen saying, does anyone know what the first gay-themed tarot deck was? I'm actually not too sure. In the Nazi concentration camps of World War II, homosexuals wore which symbol to identify them? Was it a H for, was it a H, the letter H on a headband? Was it a H attached to their clothing? Was it a pink circle tattooed on their arm? Or was it a pink triangle attached to their clothing? Okay, pink triangle says Zane. Pink star. So I think it's either pink circle or pink triangle. Yeah, everyone's saying pink triangle. And Cosmic Tribe for the first gay tarot deck. That was the first one that I was aware of, I think. Or at least, yeah, the first kind of an inclusive one. Right, pink triangle. Correct. Pink triangle has since been reclaimed as a symbol of self-identity and community. When was same-sex marriage legalised in Australia? Was it 2019, 2018, 17, or 16? Wow, I can't believe that it's so recent. 19, 18, 17, or 16? Oh, dear. Jackie says Yeager Tarot. I don't think I've ever heard of that, Jackie. I'll need to look it up. Regina says 17, 19, 18, 17, or 16. Sorry, I'm hitting the microphone. Robin says no clue. Yeah, I don't know either. And I'm shocked that it was so recent. My tea's starting to go cold. Any other guesses? When was same-sex marriage legalised in Australia? Laurie's guessing 2017. Greg is guessing 1 million years before Christ. What was the question? When was same-sex marriage legalised in Australia? Was it 2019, 2018, 2017, or 2016? And hi, by the way, Shadowed Woodland. Yeah, we've got a couple of guesses for 2017, so we'll just go with that one. Correct. Following the postal survey, same-sex marriage was legalised in Australia on December 9th, 2017. The first same-sex wedding under Australian law was held on December 15th, 2017. I had a dream about my wedding last night, so I did. I can't even remember what happened. I just remember I had a dream about my wedding day. Which of these characters is canonically asexual? Is it Elsa from Frozen? Is it Jughead Jones from Archie Comics? Is it the Doctor from Doctor Who? Or is it Neville Longbottom from Harry Potter? I know this answer, actually. I know this because I just saw something about this yesterday. I was looking at a thing about So it's like comic characters that have been LGBTQIA plus comic characters that have been heteronormalized in the series that have been made. Robin's saying there's no Scottish gay quiz. There probably is somewhere. I've just not found it. This was the Ida Hobbit one that I found. Do they have pink kilts in Scotland? Again, probably. I know they've got mini kilts in Scotland. Regina says Jughead. Jackie says Doctor Who. Chris says Doctor Who. Greg is saying Doctor Who. Kristen says Jughead never had a partner. Chris says he got with Captain Jack, though, right? And River. So you might be thinking of the series. I'm pretty sure the answer is Jughead Jones from the Archie comics, because in the comics he was asexual, but he's been like, this was what the thing that I was reading yesterday. He's been heteronormalized in the series. So in the series he has, he has partners, but yeah, I'm pretty sure it was him, so I'm going to guess him just because I read it yesterday. So yeah, correct. Jughead's asexuality was made canon in 2016 in Jughead #4 by writer Chip Zdarsky and artist Erica Henderson. So it was Jughead. And last question, guys. Question 20 out of 20. Some girl hit on him in the comics and he simply wanted burgers, said Kristen. So the last question is, what was the name of the famous 1930s Parisian lesbian nightclub? Was it La Chaussette? Was it Le Sharp? Was it Le Monaco? Or Le Monacle, I suppose it was pronounced? Or was it Le Chapeau? So La Chaussette, Le Sharp, Le Monacle, or Le Chapeau? A, B, C, or D? Greg would prefer burgers as well. Kristen wants a burger now. Regina says Le Chapeau. Jackie says D, Le Chapeau. Regina has no idea, just guessing. C, says Chris, Le Monacle. Monocle. It's basically Monaco, except I'm trying to pronounce it in French. Greg says La Chaussette. Right, we'll get 3 now. 3 answers that we've hit out of 4. Chris says X. That's C. Jackie's just guessing too. So Jackie and Regina both said Le Chapeau D, but they've both said they're guessing. Chris says C, Le Monocle. And Greg says La Chaussette. Ugh. So let's just go for the one that nobody said, Le Sharp. It's probably wrong. Yeah, incorrect. A woman wearing a monocle at that time was a hint that she was probably interested in other women. So Le Monocle. So Chris was right. So we got 65% in our quiz. So well done us. So there you go, guys. That was just a wee bit of fun in order for us to celebrate, recognise Ida Hobbit International Day Against Homophobia, Biphobia and Transphobia. So well done. We get 65% in our quiz. Yes, Greg says burgers all round. So, shall we throw some cards? Throw some cards. I'm stealing Vincent's saying. Sling some cards. Mendy says that's a D. 65% is not a D, that's a B. You need to get less than 50 to get a D in our exams anyway. When is Gay Pride in the UK? I'm not 100% sure, Robin, to be honest with you. Chris is saying Ida Hobbit again. He's just getting it in there one more time. Right, okay. So, readings. Who has a question for the cards? So if you've got a question, stick it in the chat in either capital letters or tag me at Elemental Cartomancy. Yeah, Mindy. Yeah. So 70%, I think 70% and above is an A. 60 to 70 is a B. 50 to 60 is a C, and then 50 is it 45 to 50 or 40 to 50 is a D, which is technically a fail. I think that's how it was when I was at school, and I don't think it's changed much because I do still tutor. Okay, Debbie's got a question. So Debbie, fire away. What's your question, lovely? Should my husband retire at the end of the year or wait one more? Oh gosh. Okay, so that's an either or question. So what we'll do is we'll do one card for the kind of an overall theme. We'll do one card for, wow, I keep dropping like a big chunk of cards, so I do. We'll do one card for the end of the year, and we'll do one card for wait another year. Robin says, I'm so excited. I just got a deck today that I'm itching to do justice in a walkthrough. Not to be presumptuous, but it may be my best favourite tarot ever. But I'm not telling, keeping you all in suspense. Dean wants to know, Robin. Let me just highlight the question, actually. Oh, I should probably put the camera on, shouldn't I? That'd be helpful. There we go. Right. Okay, so the overall theme. So we've got strength coming out as the overall theme. So that's all about kind of knowing your worth and just having the confidence to do, to believe in yourself and to do what you want to do. So really positive vibes coming from the idea of retiring anyway. Let's see. So retiring right away, not right away, at the end of the year, temperance. So, okay, right, let me see what the other one is first. We've got the star coming out for waiting a year. So I think that what it's saying here, and I know that I'm looking at the Lumina and I'm thinking of other tarots, but if we think about temperance and the star, they're actually two very similar cards. They're two very similar messages. You think about this, the kind of a Smith-Waite depictions of them. They both come after a period of difficulty. So you've got temperance is coming after the death card, and the star comes after the tower. Okay, so they're both coming at you after a period of difficulty, and it's about balancing that. It's basically about finding yourself again. So, I mean, it totally makes sense when we're thinking about retirement. I think what I'm seeing here is that if he waits a year, then things might be a wee bit easier. Because if you think of the Star versus Temperance, Temperance is very kind of a Temperance is still clothed. I'm talking Smithwaite here again. Still clothed. You know, they're pouring water from one cup to the other. It's all very controlled. Everything is, you know, when you think of the word, excuse me, when you think of the word temperance, you know, everything is very kind of a kept in line and balanced and stuff. The Star, on the other hand, you know, our Smithwaite Star is completely starkers. You know, she's not pouring the water carefully from one to the other. She's pouring the water just wherever. So, to be honest, I think it's going to be much of a muchness whether he retires at the end of the year this year or waits another year. But I think just waiting that other year is going to let him feel a wee bit freer and a wee bit easier about, probably from a financial point of view, but also from a point of view of the pandemic. If he waits a year, things are, fingers crossed, touch wood, you know, all of those things. Fingers crossed that in a year's time, it's not something that we're going to have to be worrying about anymore. So everything is just going to be feeling a lot freer and better after the in a year's time anyway. Um, But like I say, you've still got Temperance. They're two very kind of a similar cards coming at you. I just feel as though the Star is just that bit more kind of free, letting go, and positive. So I think make the decision. You know, like I say, they both do come after periods of difficulty. So that might indicate to me that work is a bit shit. Now that might just be because work's a bit shit for everyone. It's work. It's like it's what we have to do. Um, So yeah, it's going to be a balancing act. You know, it's going to be a measuring it up. Um, but yeah, anyway. So yeah, if work is really bad, then he could retire at the end of the year. And I don't. I think probably the pros of retiring would outweigh the cons. You know, would outweigh the pros of, you know, staying on. You know, yeah, you might feel a wee bit more free if you retire in a year's time, but at what cost? You know, if you're absolutely miserable in your work, then you don't want to continue in that position just to get from Temperance to the Star, because, as I say, they're quite similar. Anyway, I feel as though I'm going over and over and saying this over and over and over again. I think you kind of get the message. But yeah, I hope that makes sense. Debbie, Kristen says 100 to 90 is in here. Zane's away to walk the dog. No wonder other countries are jumping ahead of the US. Under 90 is a B here. Greg says, what a tease. Robin says, you'll all see the walkthrough by tomorrow. Got to run off and get this recording done. Thanks for the quiz. It's been fun. Good. I'm glad you enjoyed it, Robin. Um, Temperance is my year card, says Debbie, and the Star is my astrological card. There you go. Um, let's see. Thanks, Jackie. Look at this. The Lion, the Witch, and the audacity of this bitch. Thumbs down in me. I'm only joking, don't worry. It's fine. Um, oh, Jonathan's got to go as well. See you later, Jonathan. Um, oh, Regina's got to go too. Everyone's running away. Um, he's changed his mind a few times. Yeah, I mean, I'm not seeing anything like, what am I trying to say? Like any like serious that it's not like one is really good and one is really bad. You know, they're both quite similar vibes. Um, yeah, like I say, anyway, I'm not going to say the same thing again. Um, Deanne 21 here, but only 6 thumbs. I think, see, sometimes like it's stuck on what it was when you see when you first came in. So see if you, I don't know if you refresh it. I hope I'm not going to F everything up. I see it's saying 8 for me, so it is. He has the years in over 30, so he can leave whenever he wants. There you go then. Oh, Greg, am I going to sell my house or stay put? Oh, you did refresh, Jackie. You guilted 2 more people. Thank you. So is Greg going to sell his house or stay put? Did you just change your profile picture, Greg, or has it been that the whole time? So what are the vibes around Greg selling his house? Okay, we've got the Nine of Cups, which is the wish card. The Ace of Swords, new beginnings. And Two of Wands, which is like kind of a building that portal. It's almost like a doorway, isn't it? It's kind of a, like building that doorway and just kind of a psyching yourself up to actually walk through it. So yeah, I mean, if you want to sell your house, then the potential is there for you to kind of a step into that. You've got the Ace of Swords there, so you might find yourself having to embrace a new point of view, a new frame of mind, a new mindset. And that's not always the easiest thing in the world to do. But yeah, the Two of Wands coming up at the end is kind of a like it talks about all the kind of preparation stuff, so the selling, buying a new house, all that kind of thing. So there's definitely positive vibes here for that kind of a thing if that's what you want to do. Yeah, yeah, I think that's what I want to say about that. Changed it fairly recently. It was sunset over the profile picture. It was sunset over the liver buildings before. Um, you've wanted to for ages, but dragging your heels. Yeah, see with this Two of Wands, right? The Two of Wands is great for when you need to be planning things out, right? I keep saying right. The Two of Wands is great for when you need to plan, but sometimes we get too comfortable in that planning phase, and we don't actually get round to making that jump to 3, which is when we actually do shit, when we actually take action. Um, so yeah, the Ace of Swords is maybe saying, right, okay, like, you've planned it into the ground, you've done everything that you need to do. It's just about actually pulling your head out of the clouds, embracing that new frame of mind and actually getting the thing done. Cutting through all those obstacles, and sometimes the obstacles is, they're all kind of a self-imposed. So yeah, but listen, you've got this Nine of Cups coming out, so there's potential for real kind of fulfillment and happiness if you can actually kind of embrace this. If you can just kind of embrace this new beginning, embrace this new mindset, and actually walk through that portal. Don't just build it for the sake of building it and then not walk through it. You need to actually walk through it and embrace that new energy. Um, oh, it's the lovely Renee. Hi, Renee. How are you? Renee from the Tarot Magician. Coming in to say hello. Hope all is well. I hope all is well with you as well, lovely. Um, so yeah, Greg. I think go for it if you're ready. And if it's what you want, then absolutely go for it. Yeah, you've said you'll be happier when you do it. Cool. Well, you can let us know how that goes. I think I saw Kristen asking for a general. Is that right? General reading. Okay, a wee general for Kristen. I might actually do something a wee bit different for you, Kristen, if that's okay. I know I normally do the kind of strengths, weaknesses, assets, and opportunities, and I think that's good if you're looking at a particular time frame or a particular event thing that's coming up. But I might try a 4-card elemental spread for this general reading if you're cool with that. So we'll look at, well, obviously 4-card elemental, so fire, air, water, and earth. And we'll see what's coming up for you in each of those kind of elemental areas. So a general for Kristen. So for fire, we've got the 6 of Pentacles coming up. Okay, so maybe a bit of rebalancing in the area of fire. So these are quite often this might be looking at your job. Okay, it's basically the stuff that you find you're taking your attention every day. It's the things that we do that kind of give our life purpose and meaning and stuff. Okay. So more often than not, it's your job. It's kind of like what the thing that you feel that you were put here to do. That it's how you feel you're making a difference to the world. Okay. So the 6 of Pentacles is kind of like a rebalance, and it's finding the harmony, and in particular, it's in the element of, obviously we're talking fire, but Pentacles is earth. We're looking at money. So I don't know, money changing hands in your job. Are you going to get a raise maybe? Maybe you've been kind of working your arse off and you feel as though you're not getting the recognition you deserve. Maybe that is coming up for you. What have we got next? Air. And we've got the 4 of Swords. Okay, so that we've got an air card in the air position. So 4 of Swords quite often talks about taking a rest, taking a much needed rest from the battle. In order to just kind of find some, sort of that psychological stability, that stability up in the mind that we need. I saw a quote yesterday, and it is, I'm going to, oh no, it's on my notes in my Samsung Galaxy Notes. So it was, it's one of these old-fashioned quotes that says, "A man is, but a person is judged on." Oh, I can't remember. It was something like the actions they don't take, or the. It made me think of the 4 of Swords anyway. It's gone. If I remember, I'll come back to you. But yeah, I think in terms of the element of air, which is the mind, I think I can see you taking a bit of a break. I think we might have said something along these lines last week, Kristen, if I remember rightly. I remember seeing your reading, and it was as if you were coming away from the sun, so taking some time away from the heat. So yeah, this you've got this 4 of Swords showing as you kind of are taking a rest, just to kind of rebalance things and feel a bit more energized, I guess. Water, emotions. So we've got the 3 of Wands coming up. For me, that's a really positive card coming up there. Now, I know that we've got the element of water and we've got a fire card coming up, so you might think, oh, is there a bit of a clash there? But the 3 of Wands is like that. It's that burst of energy, it's that kind of putting yourself out there. And quite often it comes after a period. So we were talking about the 2 of Wands earlier in Greg's reading, and that's often it's like kind of a preparing. The 3 is right. I've prepared, and now I can actually do it. It's usually you're excited about this burst of energy in the 3, and it's really depicted really nicely here. And that's in all these kind of colours. So emotionally, I feel as though there's going to be this kind of a burst of energy. It's kind of like letting go, almost. Maybe just of something that you've been kind of keeping bottled up a wee bit. And then Earth. Oh, we've got the Ace of Swords is showing its face again. So new beginnings, and the and the element of Earth. So this is everyday life. So there's maybe going to be a bit of a change. Given that it's a Swords card, change in mindset is maybe going to give rise to a change in, your environment. The stuff around about you. The stuff that keeps us safe and secure is quite often what we're looking at with Earth. Now, if I'm kind of putting all this together, so Kristen, I'm cheating a wee bit because I know that you're doing your Oracle deck just now. And I know you've been working your absolute arse off on it, working really hard, and you've been doing amazing work with it. For me, what I would say is this potentially, the benefits that are going to come from doing that, you know? Is this so like you being able to take a rest after finishing it? Or I know recently you've been saying you're maybe going to take a bit of a step back and give yourself a bit of a break after doing the first chunk of them. Is that maybe what we're doing here? We're here, your emotional bursts like that's what you're doing when you're creating. That is you're putting your emotional self down on paper, you're putting it down on those cards, and then it's going to make a change. It is going to make an absolute change. It's going to make a change to your tactile world because one, it's going to give you something else that you're going to be using. Two, well, it's probably going to make a difference because other people are going to be investing in your product as well. So yeah, that's what I'm relating it to anyway. You might be looking at this and thinking, no, Chris, that's something completely different. That's nothing to do with my deck that I'm creating. But let's see. So we've got 6 and 4 is 10, 13, 14. So 14 is temperance. So that's your kind of a personality of the reading. So you're balancing between the kind of the different elements, water and fire particularly. So balancing your passions and your emotions. And yeah, just kind of trying to keep everything, all those different kind of areas in your life facing forward and in line and in check and stuff. Kristen says, great reading, I hope it's true. I think my comments on this side are a wee bit behind. So yeah, I hope that resonated. Let's see. So there's Renee coming in. Do it, do it, do it, says Jackie. Chris says, tangent. What am I supposed to be seeing in the Lightseer's Tower card? I want it to be a tree, but it looks like a mound of dirt. The book didn't help. Chris, see if you go to, I've not read the Tower entry, but see if you go to the website, if you Google. In fact, I just did a walkthrough of the Lightseers, and in the description, not that I'm trying to get you to go on my videos or anything, but in the description, I've put a link to Chris Ann's website, and it has the full descriptions for all of the cards on the website. It is amazing. So it's definitely worth checking out, especially if you don't know what's happening. I thought it was like a squirrel den, because you've got the wee squirrel and your wee nuts are on fire. That's what I thought it was. But definitely check it out on the website. Oh, hi Shauna, how are you? Just came in. Love this deck. Lumina is one of my favourites. Nice. It's not one that I reach for very often, I'll be honest, but I'm enjoying it. I love the use of colour. Greg says, thanks, Jackie, but I need a rocket up Mars. Maria says, looking for advice, please, as I start something new. So what advice do the cards have for you? Okay, interesting. Cryptic, but I like it. Let's see if the cards will tell me what exactly it is that you're talking about. Mendy has to run. So glad I made it tonight, as I've missed the last couple of weeks. I've missed my dose of Scott. Oh, that's nice. That's very nice of you to say, Mendy. Right, okay. So some advice as you start something new. So I'm going to do my standard 3-card spread here for you. So we're going to look at the situation. Oh, we've got the 8 of Swords. So I see you breaking away from, breaking free from a situation that you feel has been, keeping you trapped. I see whatever the new situation is, it's going to kind of give you a newfound freedom, which is always a positive thing. The next card is the advice card, but I mean, whatever it is, I say go for it. And I say don't let things hold you back. Quite often when we're in this 8 of Swords energy, we can convince ourselves that we're more trapped than what we are. Don't get me wrong. There's quite often it comes from something, and there's shit that we need to sort out in order to move past those swords. But you can drive yourself, round the bend, just kind of being up in your head. Quite often the 8s, I see them as being about like progression and advancement that comes from a place of stability, right? So you think about the the 8 of Wands, and like the 8, even the 8 of Cups, the 8 of Pentacles. It's all talking about getting that structure right and then moving forth from there. The 8 of Swords is a bit different. It almost flips it on its head, you know. It's like the stability is almost like giving us a feeling of being stuck. And that feeling of being stuck makes the high energy come up in the head, you know. So the head's kind of doing all the, what the flying that we see in the 8 of Wands. That is the energy that's going on up here, and it stems from this feeling of being trapped, of being stuck. And sometimes it takes a real wake up call, very much easier said than done, I know. But it takes a real kind of a kick up the arse to actually make us see that, the situation isn't quite what we are seeing it as. Anyway, what advice do we have? So I've got the Knight of Pentacles. Slow and steady wins the race. So I don't actually want to tell you to like charge on ahead, guns blazing, just go for it, and don't, to hell with all the consequences and everything like that. Actually, that's not what I'm seeing here. I think what the advice is just take your time, keep moving forward by all means. I'm not saying stop and I'm not saying move backwards, but make sure that everything that you're doing has a purpose behind it. Make sure everything is well thought out. Like I said, slow and steady wins the race is quite often the advice of the Knight of Pentacles. The outcome coming out for you though is the Chariot, which is amazing. If you think at the start you're almost halted, you're stopped, you're not moving at all. We then move here with the Knight of Pentacles, which is kind of a moving forward but at a slow and steady pace. And then we've got this Chariot, and those horses are just galloping forward full speed. So if you can kind of come at it initially with a slow and steady wins the race type attitude, then that's going to give way for you to really kind of let those horses go. You're going to get the progression and the fast movement that you're looking for, but the advice is, at least initially, just be very kind of purposeful and mindful about everything that you're doing. Setting up that stable kind of a base, that foundation is going to be important in order for this venture to be long lasting, if that makes sense. So I hope that resonates. Let me know if that makes sense to your question. So yeah, there you go. So Greg is saying, so much to do before it's fit to go on the market. Spirit is willing, but this old flesh of mine. My basement is going to change and will require a loan. Oh yeah, I remember you saying, Kristen. Jackie says, snap, exactly my problem. Hard work required, years of not having decorated. I think this is where Kristen was talking about. Well, this is where we were doing your reading, wasn't it? So your hands are hurting, you need to take a rest. Shauna says, my home needs a lot of work. Likely will live here for many years to come. Not fit for sale. Oh dear. Right, I've got Laurie asked a question and it jumped. There we go. Maria, yeah, I get the Eight of Swords a lot. Also, the Knight of Pentacles, Tyrian. That makes a lot of sense. Thank you so much. Good. I'm glad it made sense. So what do I need to do to manifest a better living situation, says Laurie. What do I need to do to manifest a better living situation? Greg says, still got the chat, but Chris is in a tailspin just now. I must need refreshing. Or major plastic surgery. Did you get that sorted, Greg? I know that was ages ago now, so not very helpful for me to pick up on it now, sorry. Right, what does Laurie need to do to manifest a better living situation? Oh, wow. You need to throw all your cards over the table, Laurie. Okay, situation is the Six of Cups. Okay. So looking at this Six of Cups, we've got a couple of spider webs here. And we see our cups almost seem to be, now are they trapped in the spider webs or are they forming the kind of a corners, you know, the fixed points for the spider webs? So, I mean, usually we associate the Six of Cups with it's like a positive feeling. It's kind of an emotional system reboot, you know, like nostalgia, looking back on happy times in the past. Um, that's quite often what we associate that with. But these spider webs seem to be bringing webs for me are often talking about hard work, persistent hard work. And I mean, when it comes to emotions, you know, and emotional connections or relationships with other people, they're not really, we don't want them to be. I mean, you know, all relationships are work, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying they shouldn't be, but you don't want to think about your relationship with someone and be like, that's hard work. You know, that's not, that's not really what we want. I'm just going off on a tangent here, to be honest with you, just based on the imagery. But what else do we see? So we see flowers, we see insects, we see a butterfly here. We don't see the spider, which is interesting. We see feathers. So yeah, that's coming up as the situation card. It's this Six of Cups, which, you know, it's talking about happy times, but they seem to be based on quite a lot of work, is what I'm going to say there. So yeah, let's go on and see what. God, the Ace of Swords is coming out again. So this is about a beginner mindset. This is about embracing a whole new point of view, a whole new state of mind. Once you've gotten, again, more often than not, when I'm talking on these things, I'm saying this stuff. I'm well aware that most of the stuff that I say is so much easier for me to say than what it is to actually do. Um, but the Ace of Swords, as it's about seeing the situation totally differently. It's about embracing a beginner mindset so that you can, you know, just use that sword, use that opportunity, use that sword to cut through all obstacles. Okay, so that sword is cutting through all of those webs and is setting your cups free. Right now, your cups seem to be based on a lot of kind of a hard work, and quite often spider webs are, you know, they if you've got a lot of spider webs, then you know you need to dust In other words, you know things have got a wee bit stagnant and you need to do a wee bit of spring cleaning, yeah. So that Ace of Swords is going to give you the opportunity to kind of do that, to dust those cups off and actually start using them as cups again, rather than just sitting on a dusty shelf somewhere. So, and that the key is this beginner mindset. Beginner mindset is, what do we mean by that? So it's basically like when you're coming at something new, okay, when you're coming at a situation, quite often as humans with past experience, we're tempted to bring our past experiences to life, to the things that we do. And that has its place, but sometimes we need to kind of forget everything that we know and embrace just the void. And that is what enables us to learn new things and pick them up, fully. Um, that beginner mindset is what lets us ultimately move forward in a way that we couldn't before. If you feel as though you're doing the same thing over and over again, it's probably because you're coming at it with the same point of view, with the same mindset. So that beginner mindset for a lot of us is so key a lot of the time. What's the outcome though? Right, well, we've got the King of Pentacles coming out, so we have. So Laurie, I'll let you decide whether that's a positive card or a negative card for you. For me, if the question is about having a better living situation, I mean, the King of Pentacles is the king of the castle, you know, he's the king of the earth suit, the king of the pentacles. He is in charge of the kingdom of earth. Now, these are all the things that make us safe and secure in our material lives. Our living situation is pentacles. That is, as pentacles as it gets. The fact that the king is coming out suggests to me that you're going to really grab that bull by the horns. It suggests that you're going to be able to take control of things, and that you're going to be able to just be comfortable in your own living situation. Or at least you have the potential to do that. You have it in you to do that. But I think it all hinges on this Ace of Swords, on this new mindset, this beginner mindset, and you being able to actually pick up and wield that sword in order to make your way forward in a way that you've not been able to do before, if that makes sense. Chris says, do as Chris says, not as he does. Right, okay. So I hope that made sense, Laurie. I hope that resonated. And yeah, I hope that you can manifest that better living situation for you at some point soon, sooner rather than later. I'm just looking to see whether you'd put any comments whilst I was chatting away there. That's okay. I'm pretty quiet most of the time. I learn a lot though. Okay. What else have we got? That was what Greg had said. That was a mandate headed off. Deanne very kindly shared Chris Ann's website. Thank you, Deanne. Website describes stuff I'm not seeing in the image. I feel like it's obvious, but I can't make sense of it. Looks like it could be a hole that's been broken into the lightning, but my brain can't. Laurie has come back and said, I do see the King of Pentacles as being positive. That's good. Oh, let's see. Jackie and Greg are going to compare notes in a week. Hi, Cassie. How are you? You just finished work? That's good. Not sure if it was already said, but to me the Lightseer's Tower looks like a tree stump with overgrown grass. Chris, is there anything looming in my blind spot right now? Things are looking pretty good overall, but I'm always waiting for the next shoe to drop. We just got through some major bullshit. Let's have a wee look for you, Chris. Okay. So, I mean, we all have blind spots, okay? You know, we can never see 100% of the shit 100% of the time. So, I mean, I'm going to ask what is in your blind spot, and I'm going to get an answer. But I'm going to kind of rely on you, Chris, to put it into context, and you can decide for yourself whether it's something major or it's something, you know, not so major that you can kind of not worry too much about for now. What will be interesting is the advice and the outcome cards that we pull. Right, okay, so blind spot. So you get the Three of Wands coming out as your blind spot. So things starting to move, you know, action starting to happen. Threes are about growth and creativity. You know, they're associated to the Empress. I'm thinking things being created, and in particular with the wands, we're looking at fire, we're looking at things you're passionate about, we're looking at, you know, your masterpiece, you know, we're looking at your raison d'etre, we're looking at things that give you purpose in life, and they're starting to move. So that's actually looks to me like quite a positive thing, to be honest with you. And things are going to start moving maybe in a way that you didn't quite foresee before. Um, I mean, it is just a three, okay? So it's not like you're getting the Eight of Wands all flying at you just from nowhere. The Three of Wands is still that burst of energy, is still that high energy, but it's not unmanageable. Okay, so if you're sitting there thinking, do you know what, the Three Wands coming at me just now is the last thing that I want, you know, it's manageable. It's not Eight Wands, it's three. Okay. What is the advice? I feel so I keep pulling the same cards for this deck. That happens to me quite often. Um, Six of Pentacles. So the sixes are harmony, you know, they relate to that lover's card. Um, if you think about like a heart, it contracts and expands each side, kind of a heart isn't a very good euphemism. Wow. We don't want to be thinking about euphemisms, not right now. No, that wasn't the word that I was looking for. Metaphor, I think, is the word that I'm looking for. Um, think about music. That's, you know, because I don't just like to think of like the kind of whole lovers idea, like literal lovers. There's other metaphors that we can associate with that archetype, with that principle, and music's a really good one as well. If you think about like kind of, you know, a band, you know, each of those aspects of the music, you know, you've got like probably you've got a guitar solo, you've got you know, bass guitar, you've maybe got some piano in there, probably a singer as well. Each of those components brings something vital that all make up one big beautiful song. All right, and that's the energy of the sixes. You know, it's about everything doing its bit, you know, and coming together to make something whole. And the Six of Coins, quite often we see it as the charity card because, you know, you get the idea of the giver, you know, the person giving the money, the person giving charity, and then the person receiving the charity. So each has their defined role, and the overall transaction, the overall thing that's happening has a really kind of a particular purpose, and quite a nice purpose, you know, when we think about charity. So the advice with this burst of energy is just think about the purpose of everything. Um, I suppose just and then he just stops because he loses his thought. Um, I'm drawn also um, because I think we've lost that thought, and I don't think I'm going to be able to complete it. But in the 6, we actually have the 6-point star, which talks about the coming together of fire and water. Yeah, so we started out with fire and the 3 of Wands, and then I know this is Earth, but the 6-point star makes me think about, like the upwards triangle for fire and the downwards for water. It's like the coming together of the opposite elements. So again, we're thinking about the coming together of opposites, and we're also talking about starting to bring emotion into this fiery situation. So you've got your passion, you've got your burst of energy, but connect to it emotionally, I think. Um, what have we got as the outcome? Oh, we've got the 2 of Cups, Chris. So, in that whole spiel about lovers and, each thing having its defined purpose and working in harmony together, and then we get the 2 of Cups coming out at the end. So, that's actually really nice. I like that. So, that's a really positive reading, I think. So, as much as it's about a blind spot, I think it's a nice wee surprise that's coming at you, Chris. I think that you're due one, to be honest with you, rather than something shitty that's about to happen. So, yeah, let me know what you think. I'm just looking to see what you've said through. Kristen says Chris is stealing my cards. Harmony, I think, of bee colonies, honeycomb too, 6-sided. Yeah, that's a nice. That's nice actually. Share generously and accept gratefully. Totally. Absolutely. So that's, I mean, we had the fire, we had the water, and then in the middle we had the 6-point star, which represent the bringing together of fire and water. Obviously, it's an earth card as well, so it's about making things tangible. Bringing them into the material realm. So yeah, I think that I think this is really positive, Chris. So if this has said nothing else, then you know you can kind of stop looking over your shoulder expecting something bad to happen, because it looks as though you're maybe going to get a bit of a break that you deserve. Share and receive the waters. I like this, Chris. Feels like what I'm feeling. Just wanted to check the mirrors. You're very welcome, sir. Okay, dokes. Let's see. Have I got any more? It's making me want to pull out the deck and play with it now. Yeah, definitely. You should go for it, Shona. Greg says, I'd like to pull my deck out and play with it, but don't want to shock the neighbours. We've got the rude joker in the room. Oh gosh, that was where you said that. That was ages ago. I get the message, more work to do. Cassie says she's tired, glad to have finished though, and got tomorrow off work. That's good. I'm off tomorrow as well. I look after my niece on a Friday now. So me and her are going to go do the shopping. And then we will come home and no doubt watch Frozen. Um, Holding myself back in business. Right, and then that was where Kristen said Chris is still in my car. So have I got any more questions, guys? Or is that us for the evening? Greg is losing charge. Good night, Chris. Good night, everyone. Have a good night, Greg. Thank you very much for joining us. It was lovely to see you. Um, yeah, I like it too. The honeycomb and the bee idea. That's pretty cool. Uh, Yes, I can relax at the moment. Yeah, maybe guilty. I love a rude joke. I really do. Cassie says I might watch Frozen when home from doctors tomorrow now. Regina's already left the room. Yeah, I know. Seeing you reminds me that I need to switch on the laundry. Oh, right, guys. I don't think we've got any more questions, have we? It's 10:15. So I'll just pull a wee card for the general, for the collective for the weekend. See if this is like the Ace of Swords or another card that's come up a million times already. Oh, it's not. It's the Six of Wands. How is that for a weekend card? The Six of Wands. So we see, sees the battle. Yeah, it is Six of Wands. So we can see the four elements all together in harmony, first of all. We see this kind of a lovely structure with the wands created here. The Six of Wands is, the six is about harmony, but Wands is about your passion, your purpose. So this is quite often seen as a kind of a victory card. It's about finding that harmony after a period of competition or conflict or whatever. So we've maybe had a bit of a tough week, but the weekend is looking amazing. So ride that Six of Wands energy while we have it, guys. Enjoy your weekend. Enjoy every single minute of it. And yeah, I hope that you all have a fun time. Uh, did I say 10:15, Jackie? Sorry, I did mean 11:15. Let's look at that tower card, says Chris. Yeah, we can do. Do, 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 do. Right. That's if I can find it. Maybe the last one. Oh, there it is. Okay, so there's our tower there. Yeah, I see what you mean now, Chris. It's not really exactly clear what's going on, is it? I think I just thought it was like a kind of a grassy mound type thing. Um, like a den of some, excuse me, of some sort. All the butterflies kind of flying about on fire. Poor wee butterflies. Let me see what it says on the website. See if I can make sense of it. Yeah, wait, Sears Tarot. Kristen says my garage sale or garage sale, sorry. Garage sale is going to be amazing. Now I want toast and honey, says Shauna. I need honey on the shopping list, says Deanne. Looks like a word diet mound or a weird dirt mound. Um, with a thing squiggly top. It's a pile of grass, says Kristen. A home that the squirrels have made, says Kristen. Cassie's now got honey on her shopping list too. Totally looking for for the word diet on the card. Is it supposed to be a ground nest, or is it the whole thing inside a big tree hollow? There are squirrels in the background. The squirrel's wee housey is struck roast nuts, is Jackie. Let's see. I suppose I might as well share what I'm actually looking at with you there. Share screen. So this is the website here. For anyone that's not seen it before. So yeah, Tower read card message. So yeah, it does just look like a kind of grassy dirt mound, doesn't it? So this squirrel has been hoarding up nuts for the whole season. He's been making his nest, organising his assets, and lining his bunker with extra supplies. Everything in perfect order until it's not. Out of the blue, a storm erupts, bringing electric change to his plans. One flash, and his home has been hoisted out from underneath him. His super safe and secure and comfy hazelnuts begin to dissipate in front of his eyes, and even his belief about the nature of his own reality is being tested. He's paralyzed by the sky, which seems to be falling, and he watches, stunned and speechless. And even though it's chaotic, abstract, and surreal, he can't help but notice the floating embers, like fireflies in the sky. He still sees the beauty in the landscape. He blinks, eyes stinging in the heat, and the tiny flames seem to move and transform like butterflies. Are they flames or are they butterflies? Through the smoke, he can't really tell. All he knows is that nothing will be the same after the sparks go out. So yeah, I think it was supposed to be like a kind of an underground den that the squirrel had, but the lightning is just blowing everything up. It's upturning everything, and that's what's happening. So I think that's the explanation, Chris. I don't think it's a tree. I think it was just like a kind of a wee den in the grass, and the lightning is just kind of a bringing it all out of the ground. So there you go. I hope that helped. I just discovered she had longer descriptions online the other day when I was looking for info on this card. Yeah, the stuff online is really good. And it even goes on after that, I'm sure, like message from the tower and then questions for the seer. How flexible are you in times of fast change? How could you be more easygoing? In the debris of a tower moment, our brightest lessons are found. What can take away from this? What have you learned when things break apart unexpectedly? So yeah, I think this site is amazing. I'm always going on about this site because I think it's really good. Cassie says, read us a book, Chris. Thanks all. The image is just puzzling to me. That's okay. Rightio, guys. Well, I'm going to stop sharing. And let's see. Put my face back. So that's us for today, I think. I am going to love yous and leave yous. I hope everybody has an amazing Six of Wands themed weekend. Take care, and I'll see you next week. Oh, quick note, the next Mary Zoom is on Sunday the 23rd, I think. I think it's it's like a week on Sunday, so it's not Sunday coming, it's the Sunday after, I'm sure. And I think it's Sunday the 23rd. So yeah, if you're interested in learning about the Mary L, then we've got a wee study group going, and it's on Zoom. So yeah, get yourself on the Barely Balanced Tarot group, where I'll be posting the link to the Zoom, or give me a shout, email me elementalcartomancy@gmail.com, or send me a message on Facebook, and I can give you the details for the meeting. But take care, everyone. Thank you very much for being here, and I shall see you next time. Bye.